If I showed you these images, would you guess it was a prison? It is. This is a prison in Hamelin, Germany.
This is like totally different.
And what I found there challenged almost everything I thought I knew about it. Almost 2 million people are locked up in America, and I was one of them. I spent 27 years on the other side of those bars.
Fences, doors with windows. I was completely shocked. No human dignity.
Then I went somewhere that made me ask a question I never thought about. What if prison wasn't designed to punish? I'm Lawrence Bartley, and in the system I came up in, prison can feel like one thing: punishment. Here in the United States, it often serves as a model for restriction, but Germany designed prisons around something else. While inside, I would hear about prisons abroad. They had things we would dream of in America: real food, fresh air when you want it, and utensils that weren't plastic. They even had politicians coming in asking for their vote. Honestly, I didn't believe it, but I was in for a real surprise. The word they kept coming back to was rehabilitation. This is a prison in Hamelin, Germany. Here, the people who built it have a very clear prison philosophy.
In Deutschland im Vollzug das dringende Bedürfnis, dass wir Menschen menschenwürdig unterbringen. Und auch die Gerichte haben in den letzten, manchmal 20 Jahren sehr viel auch dazu beigetragen, Gefängnisse weiterzuentwickeln.
I treat prisoners not like you would expect in the US. If I should explain you my job short, I'm a mix of social worker, a security man, and a big brother.
With this mindset, I started looking at what else was different, and it kept stacking up, starting with the guards. Guards are trained in psychology and education for many years prior to interacting with prisoners.
We prefer a system where you get time to learn the theoretical things. Then you have 15 months practical time where you pass through all the facilities in the prison, even the administration, and you have always an experienced prison guard on your side.
Ja, also ich fühle mich sicher. Das Gute ist, jeder durchläuft, der hier arbeitet, eine 2-jährige Ausbildung. Da muss man dazu sagen, dass ja, die Sicherheit und die Eigensicherung sozusagen immer wieder wiederholt wird, auch während der Ausbildung, dass die Kollegen da sozusagen an sich selber appelliert sind, dementsprechend zu handeln, dass keine Gefahr ja, von irgendeiner Situation ausgeht.
Then there's the facility itself. Architects here use something they call the principle of normalization. It's the idea that life inside prison should be as close as possible to conditions of life outside. You can see it in something as small as a window. Why is the architecture of this building so important to what you're trying to do here?
Der Justizvollzug hat sich in den letzten Jahrzehnten, vielleicht in den letzten 10, 15 Jahren sehr verändert. Weg von einem teilweise auch eher militärischen Regime hin zu einem sehr liberalen. Ja, Windows, also Fenster sind natürlich auch ermöglichen den Blick in die Freiheit, Blick nach draußen. Und früher hat man zum Beispiel in Gefängnissen Fenster sehr, sehr hoch im Haftraum platziert, damit Gefangene gezwungen waren, den Kopf in den Nacken zu legen und quasi nach oben zu Gott zu schauen und um Läuterung zu bitten.
Oh, for the grass. Look, they don't do that in the US. They got like a sprinkler system for the grass. And bird feeder. And the floating garbage can.
Und deshalb sind in modernen Gefängnissen eigentlich wird sehr viel mit Licht gearbeitet und mit großen Fenstern. Und auch das ist ein Grund, das bekommen sie in alte Gefängnisse teilweise nicht mehr rein.
In the US, many prisoners are required to wear uniforms. Some wear partial uniforms, mainly pants and personal shirts. But here, people wear their own clothes as an extension of their own styles. And the most surprising, they get their own bathrooms.
Der Gefangene wohnt dort. Es ist deshalb natürlich auch sinnvoll, dass er die täglichen Verrichtungen, auch die Körperreinigung, Zähneputzen, dass er das eben auf seinem Haftraum machen kann. Ne? Wenn also der Gefangene viel auf seinem Haftraum machen kann, dann muss ich den Gefangenen nicht aufschließen.
So how do they deal with security?
Und trotzdem müssen wir natürlich immer eine Balance herstellen zwischen auf der einen Seite menschenwürdiger Unterbringung, das, was wir uns wünschen, und natürlich auch Sicherheitsaspekten.
And then there was the thing I almost couldn't believe. With good behavior, some people actually get to leave the facility. It's earned in steps. First, a guard walks with you, but as you prove yourself, eventually you get a few hours to yourself, then a full day, then more. And this isn't reserved for minor offenses. It's open to people doing serious time. And that's the point. In Germany, the law requires that people prepare to return to society. Rehabilitation isn't an option here, it's the whole purpose.
I can go in the week 3 times out for 12 hours. I can go to my family and make what I do with my wife and
Wow, 3 times a week?
3 times in the week, yes.
But how long are you out with your family? How many hours?
12 hours.
12 hours
Yes.
a day?
Friday, Saturday and Sunday I take it and I go.
I asked Giannis what happened when he saw a prison like the ones I lived in.
To be honest, Lawrence, I was completely shocked.
Really?
Completely shocked. I mean, fences, more fences, again more fences, watchtowers over watchtowers, guns.
There's no concrete system?
No. Concrete, gray and gray, cells without windows, but doors with windows, without privacy, no human dignity, and really, you can't believe me, I left this place and I felt very depressed.
He was describing a place I'm all too familiar with, something that was built to keep a person completely dehumanized.
What do you think about the U.S. solitary confinement system?
For me, personal, sending a prisoner in solitary confinement for such a long term is like killing in droves. A human being needs human interaction, healthy interaction. A human being needs hope. It's like a flower without water and sun. There's no chance.
So that's the question I carry back. Can we be like Germany? It turns out the answer is yes, but in places you might not expect. While in Germany, I met Trisha Everest, Oklahoma's Secretary of Public Safety, who focused on the people who work inside.
In Germany, they really stick to the 8-hour shifts so that the men and women can have that mind, body, and spirit, and that their family. So I'm hoping that we can really be intentional on scheduling. You know, when we start caring about the quality of the person, if we change lives, we have to do that for the men and women that serve the agency as well, right?
That was the inkling of a better structure, but North Dakota, well, they went even further.
It gets into their constitution and the idea of just that the human is first in every decision and dignity is above all else. And so to me, that's the inspiration of really making sure that humans take care of humans, and that's our job.
Kobe Vaughn's team came up with something simple. His whole career, the job was about catching people doing wrong, but he flipped it.
So your whole job every day is you're watching, observing, and you're finding people doing wrong, correcting behavior. Well, the best way to correct behavior is actually finding the good in what people do. And so what we did in North Dakota is you switched it, and now you find people doing right. And you don't just find them doing it right, you write them up. The same way you write somebody up for misconduct, you write them up on a positive behavior report and recognize them for that. So the more often that you do that and you recognize them, you give them positive behavior reports, 100% of the time, violence will go down.
This whole approach Kobe is telling us about got its name in Connecticut. Ryan Shanahan at the Vera Institute helped install the Restore and Promise initiative.
We actually didn't really create the unit so much as create the environment for the T.R.U.E unit to emerge. So we came in, we did an assessment, we asked incarcerated people and staff what needed to change in their system, and then we asked them for help.
They call it the T.R.U.E unit, an acronym that stands for truthfulness, respectfulness, understanding, and elevating. It's a rehabilitation program that encourages people serving life in prison to help the newly incarcerated adjust and prepare for their own releases.
The T.R.U.E unit were these mentors who were living on the unit with the young adults, And the mentors are people who are serving really long sentences or life sentences. And those mentors are given the same training as correctional officers, and they're asked to partner with correctional officers to design what the daily life looks like inside for young adults. It made it more sustainable, it made it more efficient and more effective.
In the T.R.U.E unit, they even built their own economy.
It mirrors outside currency system so that people are learning about money responsibility, paying bills, saving money, and even the stock market. But it's also creating a way to have accountability in the community of how we treat each other.
And here's the part that mattered most to me. The opportunity to learn, well, it traveled both ways.
The T.R.U.E unit, for example, was so beautiful. It was so a nice experience, and to be honest, that was the point I recognized that we can learn from the US too. An incarcerated young man maybe never had a school degree, for example. It's a big thing in his life, and why not celebrating with the family? T.R.U.E unit is more emotion, it's more family.
I know the pushback because I've heard it for many years. Prison is supposed to be hard. Many people believe those incarcerated did something to land there, so to reward them is the wrong mindset.
What do you say to folks who look at that and say, I think prisoners should live a harsher life?
If you want people to come out more violent, then make the prison harsher, because you will increase violence in your community, because almost every person that comes in is coming out. And if you want the place to be horrible that they're living in, because somehow they're going to change, they will change. They'll change to get worse. Our job in corrections is the exact opposite. Our job is the person that comes in is usually broken, they're damaged, and our job is to make them better.
As someone who was inside for decades, I know how monumental small differences are. And there's the thing almost everybody misses. None of us are bystanders. What happens inside those walls comes back outside, one way or another. Punishment gives you back one kind of person, while decency and hope, well, it gives you back another. And the prisons we built are what we believe people deserve, but only we can make that decision. If you like this video and would like to learn more about the criminal justice system, follow the Marcher Project on YouTube. We're a nonprofit newsroom that covers the system from the inside out.